Hi! My mom is so pissed at me for not coming back to Russia to celebrate Thanksgiving with them. О. Как ты можешь поступать с твоей матерью так, а? Ну мы же ждали тебя, что ты приедешь, будешь справлять с нами День Благодарения. Мам, о чем ты разговариваешь? Мы не празднуем Thanksgiving в России. Да, и вообще русские даже не знают, как говорить спасибо на первом месте. Все, ладно, пока, мне нужно, я записываю. My mom is so crazy, any excuse to yell at me. Okay, let's get on to our Thanksgiving lesson. Today we are going to learn about the origin of the word Thanksgiving and a little history behind Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has a long, interesting history, so sit back, relax, don't pass out from the tryptophan yet, and enjoy some brain food.
Hats for words.
In December 11th, 1620, pilgrims of the Mayflower set ground at Plymouth Rock after a long journey from Europe. There were 102 people on board, but their first winter in the new land was devastating, and 46 people died. But in 1621, the harvest was a bountiful one, and the remaining colonists decided to celebrate, and included the 91 Indians, who without them, it is said, the colonists would not have survived. The feast was like a traditional English harvest feast and lasted 3 days. Turkey was most likely not served, but wild ducks and geese were certainly served. Oh my god, if there was no turkey served, they must have had mashed potatoes. Nope, the newly discovered potato was thought to be poisonous, so they didn't eat that. Okay, then they definitely had pies. For sure, right? Nope, their supply of flour and sugar had diminished, so the additional items were pretty much boiled pumpkin, fish, berries, lobster, and plums. Not much of a Thanksgiving, if you ask me. Mwah. The Thanksgiving feast was not repeated the following year. Huh? Yes, in fact, it wasn't repeated until over 50 years later. In June 29th of the second celebration in Charlestown, Massachusetts, they gave thanks for, get this, for their recent victory over the heathen natives. Heathen natives? Oh, I get it. Yep, the Indians. This time, they were not invited. In fact, they were now the enemy. And again, this was just a one-off celebration. 100 years later, in 1777, all 13 colonies joined once again in the Thanksgiving celebration. But as was the case every time before, it was a one-time affair and again had to do with a military victory, this time against the British. No Indians involved either. Thanksgivings were celebrated randomly and on random times of the year after that, until in the early 1800s, when the Boston Ladies magazine editor Sarah Josepha Hale set out on a campaign to make Thanksgiving an official holiday, and after 40 years of her writing letters to politicians, she finally got President Lincoln in 1863 to proclaim the last Thursday of November, Thanksgiving Day. So as you can see, Thanksgiving had quite a few false starts. The term Thanksgiving itself wasn't used until 1632, a full 11 years after the first celebration. And Thanksgiving Day did not appear as a term until 1674, and it was a full 220 plus years before it even became an official holiday. And thankfully, we chose the time in history when we were thankful of the Indians as the image of this holiday, as opposed to later days when we viewed them as heathen natives. It's also funny how we ultimately owe this Thanksgiving Day to a female editor of a woman's magazine. Crazy. For your homework, what is your favorite food on Thanksgiving? Mine is, I don't know actually. I don't like turkey, so I'd say lobster